everyone to the Fight to Unite podcast. I am Aaliyah Freeman. I'm your host, and I'm excited to be here. We have a special guest on board today. This is Mr. Dwight Blackburn.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, Dwight, to our platform on today, and I'm excited to share with you guys our topic, which is becoming more active as a beauty professional. So as you know, before we jump into our conversation, we join here weekly on the Fight to Unite podcast. But today we want to highlight how challenging it is to become active as a beauty professional. So we're going to be giving you all the juice on how you can become better, because Dwight here is very fit. As you can see, he got some muscle going.
I don't know about muscle, but we got a little some. It's all that round brushing we do.
Yes. So I'm excited to share with you guys a little bit about Dwight. First, before I have him introduce himself, me and Dwight are classmates. We graduated at Empire Beauty School, and so much have happened over the past 10 years. Yep. So I definitely look forward to sharing with you a little bit of his background. So Dwight, introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about who you are and how you got started.
Well, first of all, thank you for, asking me to do this. Mm-hmm. It's been about 11, 12 years now.
Yeah.
But I, first of all, didn't think I was going to be a hairstylist, and I was working in retail and just was tired of it. Okay. And so they had just opened up Empire here in Savannah, and I was like, you know what? I can do that. I know I can. So that's what I did. I went to beauty school, signed up, turned in my 2 weeks notice, and started school that quarter. That's where I met you, and we were going through the same thing. We know how challenging beauty school is, especially when you're in a classroom of 35 in a new school that's still trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure it out. I did not have any background in hair care.
Okay.
I did have hair then, if you remember. It was just every day. It was figuring out something different. Was I going to like it? Did I like it? One day I liked it. One day I didn't like it. Was I good in hair? Was I good in nails? What was I going to be good at? But it really, for me, it was more of being with people and helping people and doing that in the hair world. I think we do that every day. So I am Dwight Blackburn. I have a salon here in Savannah. It's Haven Salon of Savannah. Yeah. I started the industry out in Richmond Hill. I worked for an Aveda salon out there, which really grew me into who I am today, whether it's grooming me, the ways that I think, the ways that I act. Being an Aveda stylist, it is about it's just as much about your well-being as it is the environment in which we live in, and our clients and how we take care of them, whether it's through touch or through conversation. They really taught me how to take care of myself so I can continue to take care of other people.
That's awesome.
And if you don't know anything about Aveda, definitely look it up. They're an amazing company. So I love them.
That's awesome.
I miss them. But yeah, so that's kind of what started me on this journey of who I am now, was all the steps that it took me to get here. And being an Aveda hairstylist and doing education through Aveda really got me to this point in my life where I am not just taking care of clients, but I'm also taking care of me, because you have to take care of you before you can take care of anyone else. And that's with everything.
That's with everything.
That's in your marriage, being a family member, being a bestie, being a hairdresser, working in a drive-through. You have to make sure that yourself is centered in order to take care of the next.
Okay. So you mentioned a really good point about the place that you were working at. They inspire you to take better care of yourself. So that is like the center of our conversation today, about how we can take better care of ourselves as beauty professionals. So my question would be, how important do you feel like it is for us to be sure that we are investing in our health and our fitness on a daily matter?
Well, as a hairstylist, we are on our feet all day, every day. We are constantly moving about. We're constantly, mentally, we're using that side of our body as well. If you have not stretched, you're using muscles that's not ready. They haven't woken up yet. So you're using that muscle and it's not ready for it. I have found out, for me, waking up and exercising is what I do to get my body going.
Okay.
Which gets my mind going, which sets me up for the conversations that I would have for the day.
Okay.
I have been a stylist where I just got up, went to work, got up and went to work, got up, went to work. And when doing that, I was working 8-hour shifts, sometimes 12-hour shifts, sometimes standing on my feet for 4 hours doing a hair color service and not leaving a guest for 4 hours. That's a lot of time mentally and physically being with someone. So then I started investing back into myself and exercising by whether going to the gym, running, biking. Now I've been swimming, achieving goals that I wanted to for myself, but that wakes my body up.
Okay.
And I have found out that I can be a better human being to everyone around me when my body's awake and I'm thriving. Because if you're thriving, then people around you are going to thrive.
Okay.
So
that's awesome. I mean, it does make a lot of sense to be sure that you are intentionally taking care of yourself before you are giving yourself to others. And we've all heard that saying before, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Absolutely.
And I really feel like health and fitness is going to definitely cater to that portion of making sure that you are filling up your cup so that when you go to the salons and you're pouring into your clients, Dwight is mentioning how it's helping us physically, but also mentally, especially when it's not the average day. Sometimes we randomly have clients just come in and it's not the average. Maybe it's a complaint, but to make sure that you're responding in a calm manner, you've mentally taken care of yourself before that day have happened.
Yes.
So I think that is really, really good about how, you see the difference when you've actually implemented this into your lifestyle. So what type of fitness activities do you participate in daily?
My daily routine has me up at least by 5.
Okay.
Because
5 o'clock?
5 o'clock in the morning. I start work at 9 most days. I used to work on the weekends, but I'm wanting to have more time with my family, within my relationship. So I've kind of scaled back. So that leaves me working from 9 to 8, Tuesday through Friday, most of the time. So I try to get up at least by 5, so that way my body's awake. I normally go to work because I have a studio. So I'm able to go into work, have my morning coffee or whatever it is that I'm going to use as my wake up juice for the day. And I will fold towels and I will set the mood for the day. I'll get the salon music going, just kind of set my atmosphere because that's where I'm going to spend the rest of my day at. So if I kind of get going there, I'm already at work, right? So I'm already there. So my next thing is I got to take care of me. So I leave the studio and I walk next door where we have a gym and I work out at Planet Fitness. So I do my, lifting, or sometimes I do cardio there, or just stretch out really good. And I do that for 45 minutes and then I find myself running. So I like to try to do at least 3 miles a day when my body allows me to. Sometimes my body's like, no, you need to calm down, like too much. And then I finish all that up with a morning swim. And that's something that I've implemented this year because I've always wanted to be a swimmer. And I did not have the opportunity when I was younger to do it, but I'm still young.
Yes.
So I have a friend that, he kind of got me into the pool this year and we started swimming. So that's like my final for the day. And it really just helps, take the rest of the stress out of it. Then I go home and I get ready for work and I go back to the salon where I greet my first client,
Wow, you do all that before you start work?
And I make lunch to take with me. And I make a smoothie fresh every day to take with me.
So how long does it take you to actually do all of that?
Well, I would probably say between the hours of 5 and 8:30, I try to just cram it all in there. But it's what I enjoy. It's my time. That's the 4 hours ish of the day that is just for me.
Yeah.
My husband's still asleep. My dog's still asleep. Sometimes he gets up. Most of the time he's still asleep. So I have that time just for me.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll meet a friend and we'll go biking together.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll go running together.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll run 8 miles before I go to work.
Wow.
But it is what empowers me to keep going. And I get to work with my clients like, I know you've already been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I'm struggling, but I'm here. And it's like, it's fun. I worked out for me and for you. You're running behind. That's okay. We'll catch up. We've got plenty of time. But I love when clients say that to me. They're like, I know you've already been to the gym, you've already been to the pool, you've already been on a bike ride. What haven't you done today? And it's like, but they know who I am because I show that to them. And because of them seeing what I do to take care of my body, I do have clients that say, I started doing this because I saw that this was working for you. And they sometimes pick up on those key factors, because if you're taking care of yourself, it's going to motivate somewhere in someone for them to take better care of themselves. We can take care of the outer sometimes, but it's up to our clients to make sure they're putting in the right nutrition into their body so that they can have, the best hair, the best skin, the best outcome of what they're coming to us to provide to them.
Okay. That is so good, Dwight. Like, it really comes from pouring from a full cup. So you do this stuff for you, because it makes you feel good. But also, while you're pouring, like, I even listened to how you said the client come in, like, I know you already done all these things. And it's almost like maybe a personal guilt that a person may feel like, man, but you coming in with the energy and you pouring it, like, it's okay. Like, you making them feel good about who they are because you already feel good.
Yep.
And I think that is truly amazing. And it's almost like, just like you said, like encouraging to take care of yourself, to be an influence to your client, to take better care of themselves.
Absolutely.
And then we see better hair.
Yeah.
We see healthy scalp.
Oh, yeah.
We see healthy skin.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's amazing. I'm inspired to start doing a little bit better.
Well, I always tell clients too, we see when we look at a client's hair, right? A piece of hair will literally tell you everything you need to know about a client.
Okay.
Everything that you put into your body is going to come out in your hair. If you have a client that is pregnant, you will see sometimes, and I have seen this, you will see the hair color change because it's the way the body, it's what's going on amongst the body. And sometimes the body has to pull the nutrition from certain areas of the body for something else.
Okay.
And sometimes it comes from the hair.
Okay.
That's why you see hair loss. That's why, or you see healthier hair or healthier scalp. It's because every single thing you put in your body is growing something else on your body, whether it's rejuvenating something or if it's growing your hair. So for instance, if a client is on a new diet, right, and they're on a new health journey, well, sometimes you have to say, this is great. This is so good that you're going to take care of yourself or do something that's going to help your body. But you need to make sure you start taking vitamins. And it's very important to remind our guests that and listen to what they're saying, because when they start a weight loss journey or they start a new fitness routine, sometimes they end up having hair loss because it's the lack of something that their body is used to getting that now it's not.
Key.
I've seen this in the 10 years of my hair career, probably 20 times.
20 times.
Yes, or more.
Yeah.
But just reminding them that, to take vitamins, especially when they're going through that transition. If a client has had a baby and, you know, now they've had a baby and now they're going to go through this part of their life of growing this baby outside of their body. So their body is still going to start using nutrition for that. So taking vitamins is going to help them not have as much hair loss.
Okay.
It just does every time.
That's good. And, you know, speaking of, you know, vitamins and health, one thing I gotta say that we struggle with, not all, but it's very common that beauty professionals struggle with eating the right food.
Oh, yes.
I gotta tell you guys, it is so convenient to go out to eat when you get off of work, go sit in a restaurant, you know, because you just want to woosah after those clients. And then also too, I've even seen, you know, over my times of working, it's so convenient to just go get something quick, Chick-fil-A, bring it back to the job.
Absolutely.
You can eat that in between clients quickly so that you can get back on the salon floor. And then all of these things are so convenient. And also, too, it's not convenient for our body. So let's talk about that a little bit. Dwight, how could we put some good food in our body and be a little bit more intentional about eating the right food?
Well, for one, quit door dashing your lunch to you every single day. Money, and it's not always good for your body. Now it is convenient, but my studio is up front by the front door. I cannot tell you how many times a day I see a stranger with a bag walking up to the front door, and they're like, "Is this yours?" I'm like, "No, it's not mine." And I guarantee you, we see at least 10 people drop off food to the salon. The best way that you can maintain what you're doing is making your meals for you.
Okay.
Having it planned out so you know what you're putting into your body. And that's a big part of my morning routine. It's like, what am I going to have for lunch today? You know, when am I going to have a meal? What kind of snacks do I have? Because if you're in a 4-hour hair service and you're the only one there cleaning, booking, doing the hair, everything, you have to have convenient, healthy snacks, whether it's maybe some nut mix, some cheese. I mean, they ain't always healthy, but it's good. It's better for you than a candy bar. But always having those little snacks just available for you. I also have snacks that are healthy options for my clients because they'll come flying in on 2 wheels and be like, "I didn't get lunch." Well, sister, you're going to be here for 4 hours with me, but no worries. I got a protein shake for you.
Ooh.
Okay. I've got maybe some chips, not chips, like something healthier. Maybe just like a little snack in there in the cabinet. And I'll share with them. I used to be more worried about if I'm eating in front of my client, that's going to bother them. Just because it's almost like I'm taking their time away from them. But we have to feel our bodies too. You know, we are here in these studios, we're here in the salons, and we have to take care of ourselves. So when I was in a bigger salon, we had a break room, but I would always make sure I had healthy meals for me there, even if I had to go back there and put something together.
That's a good one.
Having a protein shake is a quick filler for you. You're moving your body. You're burning calories. You're burning energy. The only way that you're going to make it through that 8-hour day is to make sure that you're putting good sources back into your body, you know? So just prepare for it. Find the healthy or the better foods that work for you and have them there and have them available. And don't hesitate to share. Hey, everybody loves a snack. Okay, I can have a snack right now. Let's do it. But yeah, just making sure that, you know, I have a healthy option. So that way I'm not, I have to Uber me some food real quick because I'm about to starve. And you can tell, you know, if I wake up at 5 and I don't have something at 9 o'clock, by 12 o'clock, I'm going to be starving. My body has burned over 600 calories by now. And then just standing alone, it's going to burn another 200. I need to make sure I have fuel in there. So I just have it available, have
That
it
is
planned out,
awesome.
make it fresh.
One thing that I love that you mentioned is that you're talking about planning and preparing your meals, and not even just on a weekly, but even daily.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
I don't know about you, but my taste bud changed. I may plan this on Sunday to eat this on Wednesday, but on Wednesday I don't want that.
No,
Like,
I
but you
mean,
do it in the morning.
yeah,
And we do that with our finances. We do it with our life goals. How aren't we taking advantage and doing it with our health?
yeah.
This is so important. I think you gave a really good strategy on putting that in the taking care of yourself moment. If yours is going to be an hour, or if you're going to top and do 3 to 4 hours, like Dwight, regardless, I think we have to be a little bit more intentional with our free time that we're supposed to be investing in ourselves in the morning.
Absolutely.
And creating a plan. Get a plan, get a full calendar. I'm sure that exists out there, right?
Well, yeah, you could do that, but you also can make a list of your favorite things that you like to eat.
Okay.
Okay. So for instance, listen to what your body says, because if your body is saying, oh, I want a hamburger, like, I need a hamburger, it may just be that your body needs that meat from that patty. It doesn't need all the cheese and all the mayo and the bun.
Okay.
Break it down, make a wrap out of it.
Okay.
Take you some lettuce and make you what do they call it? A burger with no bun. Okay. So, but your body is telling you that you need this source. So listen to it. Give it what it needs, but give it in a healthier way.
Gotcha.
You know, if you're trying to cut the carbs out, lose the bun. But if you're doing all this crazy workout, you may need the carbs. You may need the bun. Have a half of a bun, have a half of a burger. Just choose a better option, but always listen to what your body needs. That's why I've tried meal prepping, and sometimes it works. But like you said, I don't know if I'm gonna want chicken on Wednesday.
Right.
I might wake up and want pork, or I may not want any meat. I may want just vegetables. So waking up, working out, coming home, asking my body, what are you wanting to eat today? What can we take with us out of our refrigerator that is going to help save me money in the long run? Okay. Save me time.
Okay.
I ain't waiting for someone to bring me lunch. Being prepared, you know, having all my fruits, having all my veggies, having my protein shake. If it's one that I make and take with me, if it's one that I just have to grab out the refrigerator and chug it. But listen to your body, because your body's going to tell you exactly what it needs to strive and thrive for the day.
Okay. Now that is really some value information. I thank you for sharing that with us. I know they said another thing that is very important that we struggle with is getting enough sleep.
Oh,
you know, they say, this is what they say, that we're supposed to have at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep.
Who?
Daily.
Who? Not me.
Oh my God.
My mind is
I know not getting
my mind is like go all day. I wake up, my husband's like, oh Lord, just hush. Because I wake up and as soon as my feet hit the floor, my wheels are spinning. But the hardest thing too is to get them wheels to slow down, you know, in order to shut down for the day. And that is probably the hardest thing for me. But what I found out that helps my sleep is my eating habits. And back to what am I putting into my body? Because certain things are going to keep you awake, right? So I've also learned that for me, intermittent fasting and not eating past 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which I know doesn't work for everybody. And intermittent fasting is all about what your body can handle. But I choose my eating hours from 9 to about 4. Unless I need to push it to 5 or 6 just during the week. So I add that into my work routine. Okay, so Tuesday through Friday or Thursday, this is what I'm going to do. And if I can control what I'm putting in my body, not putting caffeine in my body after lunch, not eating a Snickers bar at 3 o'clock, okay, not having that coffee at 3 o'clock.
Mhm.
It actually will help me fall asleep better without having to take anything.
That's true.
There are some times where I'll take a little bit of melatonin because it doesn't take a whole lot from me. Just a half of a half is I'm out. Seriously. Now, some people need the whole bottle to go to sleep, but it works on me that way because I don't have anything else in my body after that 5 o'clock period if I can help it. Because I can't just shut my mind down because I'm thinking, I'm laying there and I'm going, okay, tomorrow I have this, this, and this, and this. And I need to get up at this time and I got to do this, this, and this. But also at home, I need to get the grass cut. I need to, I need to get the dog groomed. I need to plan this. Oh, wait, did I do this? So it's my brain is always going. So finding a good routine. Okay, during the day and at night. What really works best for me, and I'm not good at it right now, I need to implement it, is reading before I go to bed. Shutting that phone off an hour before you lay down. Turn it off, put it to the side. Don't look at it again, because when you're looking at your phone or a TV screen, it has your mind going.
It really does.
It has your mind going. So I can, when I'm reading, especially to myself, it allows my mind to go somewhere else, somewhere creative. And it will actually help put me to sleep. I'm like on page 10, out. But finding those things that work, maybe not even reading, maybe just laying in the bed, listening to the waves. Listen to the ocean, listen to the rain. Oh my goodness, we make it rain at the house every night. It's like monsoon season. It is the best sleep. And we both
spa music.
Yes,
spa music.
Just anything that's very mellow tone that helps relax your mind, helps me sleep better. And that is important, because if you don't get enough sleep, you're going to wake up and you're going to be tired from the day before.
That's
if
true.
You can't shut your brain off, you're still working when you're sleeping.
Right.
So entering that REM of sleep is hard. So you got to clear your mind. So just fine-tuning a routine that works best for you. And sometimes forming a routine with your partner at home if you have one. Or if you have an animal that you love, them sleeping in the bed with you might be causing you not to sleep good. I love my baby sleeping with me because he's the best cuddler. But during the week, you have to sleep on the floor. Well, in his bed, of course. He ain't sleeping on the floor. But I learned that by taking him out of my bed and having him comfortable in his bed, I actually can sleep better, because my brain's not focusing on, are you going to roll over on him? Is he moving? He's trying to get me. Come on, let's get up. I got in the bathroom. No. So, those things you may have to do in order to form a routine that works for you. And it's all routine. What time you waking up? What time you starting your appointment? What time are you ending your day? What time are you going to not text another client after?
Love it.
What is your setting that? Absolutely. Setting a boundary. And it's just all about how you plan your day.
You said something too that was key. So we were talking about foods, but I recognize when I'm not eating the right foods, it's so hard to get up in the morning.
Oh yeah.
So how this plays a big part when you change your eating habits, it will help you get better sleep. So it can feel, especially like when you slept, you went to bed at a good time and you wake up and you're still sluggish. That has everything to do with your diet.
How much sugar did you put in your body before you went to bed last night? My guilty pleasure is ice cream. And I love to come home after a long day of work and sit on the couch and watch a TV show and just eat my ice cream. But sugars for me is what keeps me up. So trying to not let myself have that during the week and give that to me on the weekends, like maybe during the day, helps, because you put all those sugars in your body and your body's like, so it's the sugars, so when are you going to stop putting something in your body so that way your body can process what's in there? So then it's like sleep mode and you can sleep. And just know, like, if you want sugar, put it creamer in your coffee in the next morning. Maybe get yourself a Starbucks or treat yourself for that morning.
Okay.
But know when and where to choose those sugars. Listen to your body, listen to what it's telling. Self-discovery. What's going on with all this? Do you really know your body? Because no one else, a doctor, doesn't know your body like you know your body, right? So you have to be the leader in yourself and what you're providing your nutrition.
Okay. Now, talking about knowing your body, let's talk about how we should know when is a good time to go to the chiropractor.
Well, so a chiropractor is something I introduced to my body recently, probably about a year ago, because I started having some lower hip pain. And I would stretch it out. I would do everything that I could. I would, call my doctor and say, hey, I'm having this pain. Is there anything oh, yeah, sure, we can give you this, But sometimes it's not correcting it. Sometimes you need a little bit more. So I have found a chiropractor here locally that I enjoy going to. Our personalities match up, which is very important. So I feel like I'm going to see a friend and he's going to adjust me in the ways that I need it. So that way I can continue to stand, So just listening to your body. Or do you feel like you have tightness somewhere that just stretching or doing some yoga isn't quite getting? I would say it's not for everybody, because some people are scared of going to the chiropractor. But it does work for me. And it is a way that I can just reposition myself, reposition my body. And then I follow that up with just stretching before a client, stretching after a client, stretching during the middle of your day. It's important because you don't realize, round brushing.
Yeah.
You're holding a blow dryer, you're round brushing, you're doing all of it. Oh, braiding your hands. Sometimes you just need a hand massage, adjust your wrist. There's different things that you can do. You can look up things on YouTube of how people found just stretching the hands relieves that pain.
Also, too,
or that tension.
Okay, so
tension.
I want to throw in there too with the chiropractor. Outside of that, you can also consider getting massages. I think it's so important that we treat our body going to get pedicures and manicures.
Absolutely.
Like, although you work in the beauty industry, it's important that you are intentionally taking care of your body by treating your body well with catering these services, like literally included into your lifestyle, because it's needed in order for us to be healthy so that we can pour into our family, into our clients.
Yeah.
Because what is it for you to stand up all day and you're in pain, your back is hurting, and you're uncomfortable while you're trying to serve your client, or you're if you notice that you may have some hypertonia in your arm, making sure that you are investing in yourself and going to get additional services to take care of your body.
Yes.
So I think today what you shared with us is just so helpful. You have definitely made an impact on my life because I have not been maintaining these things. Although you may be aware of some of them, but I think what you gave us today have been very clear that we need to be strategic on how we are planning our day, eating the right food, investing in our health, and making sure we're making this a lifestyle, because this is what's going to help us serve our clients better, but also see the results in the work we do.
Absolutely.
So Dwight, please share with our audience today on how they can get connected with you. So tell us a little bit about how they can find you.
Well, you can find me at my website, or you can find me on Instagram. So website is Haven Salon Savannah.com, of course, or just Instagram at Haven Salon of Savannah. Those are the two platforms that I probably use the most for connection with guests and people outside of that, other hairstylists as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's how you find me. Find me on Instagram. Find everybody on Instagram. Find people to follow on Instagram that's going to help you take care of yourself. See what is working for someone else that may have the same body type as yours, maybe has the same mindfulness of you. Listen to what is working to other people. And sometimes we just take a little of this, a little of that. Get a self-help book. What is something that's lacking? What is something that's lacking from your lifestyle that you want to implement it? Pick up a good book. It's out there. Because if you're struggling with it, someone else has probably struggled with it before. And the knowledge is there for you. You just have to go get it. You have to be willing and able to receive it, though. If you're looking for it, you're going to find it. And
and you shall find.
And you should find it. Yeah. This is your vessel. This body is the only body that you have. And you have to take care of it because no one else can. And you have to listen to it. Listening to it, taking care of it, loving it. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself where you can take care of anybody else.
Right.
Someone said that. Somebody said that. Because you're the only one who's going to do it. And everyone else sees what you are doing and they take inspiration from it. If you can be the best person that you can be for yourself, you can be an even better person for somebody else.
That's good.
And people need people. Sometimes you don't realize that you need something until it presents itself. And sometimes you don't realize that someone needs you more than you need them. Sometimes a client needs you more than you need them coming to you. Whether it's guidance or it's just being a friend or just a moment of silence. Sometimes I'll turn the lights off in the salon. If I can feel that someone needs more of the relaxing energy, I'll say, hey, I'm gonna turn the lights off while we just relax. While I shampoo your hair, I'm gonna turn the lights off. And that moment of kind of, I have a big window, so we're not always in the dark, right? And I can still see the sunlight, the natural light. Don't be in the dark trying to wash somebody's hair. You'll be like, give them a bath. But in my studio, I'm able to do that. And it gives the client that moment of just quiet. It is a spa treatment, and it provides them with a moment of reawakening when that service is done and they feel refreshed, So always think about that extra mile that you can go above and beyond with somebody because they probably need it. Do you ever think of a time whenever you needed something, but you didn't realize you needed it and then it presented itself and you're like, man, I needed to see you today. I didn't realize I needed to see you, but I needed to see you.
Yes, it's usually like that. Don't you love that?
Yes.
Those special connections.
Absolutely. I always tell a client, they come in, I say, I'm so happy that you're here because it's important for them to know that you're appreciative of them coming to you. Because you know how many other hairdressers are out there? A lot. And guess what?
Corner.
They can do a lot of the things that I can do, but they can't be me. They can't provide my client with me. I can do that. And that's what sets me apart from anyone else in the industry is me. And my clients come to see me. And when I worked in a bigger salon, I always made sure that I talked to everyone else's clients in there. And it wasn't about trying to take business from them. It was just making sure, and I'm like this in my life, it's making sure that everyone around me is just as comfortable with me being present as I am comfortable with them being present. Because you have to put that energy out there. Be the first one to say, hey.
Yes.
Be the last one to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Be rememberable. Because people need that. People need it. We need people and people need us.
Yeah, that is so good. I am so happy to have you in my space, in my presence on today, as well as our presence on the Fight to Unite podcast. This has been such a great conversation as we've been discussing how to honor your body. How can you be more active as a professional, salon professional? So I definitely look forward to seeing how you actually utilize health and fitness to expand your beauty business. I really see something there. So I know if you want to stay connected to Dwight, please be sure to connect with him and through his website as well as his social media. The link will be listed below, and you will be able to stay connected with him. I hope that this has been an encouragement to you to strategically plan your life to make sure that you are intentionally eating, sleeping, working out, and living the best you, like creating the best version of you so that you can pour into your clients effectively. This is the Fight to Unite podcast. Thank you guys for listening, and we will be sure to see you guys again on next week. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.